Dizon, candidate, Democrat candidate for the office of delegate to Washington. Karlo, in strengthening, because we definitely, whoever the next congressman or woman may be, we definitely want to strengthen the power of the delegate to be able to at least have a vote or a voice or a bigger voice in Congress. And that all basically can be decided when and if we have a plebiscite, and then we negotiate, if we have the power to negotiate again, our status versus, again, our role in Congress. A plebiscite coming up, I think they're looking 2014, 2015, maybe. What are your thoughts and views on a plebiscite for Guam?
You know, I would fully support whatever decision the community makes. And I understand the long history of this vote, and I understand the importance of it. And I think the decision that the people make is of utmost importance. I think getting there, though, we need to get to a point where we can make a wholehearted argument and a strong argument backing whatever decision we make. So when we talk about self-sufficiency in our economic platform, a new economy, not just more jobs, but better jobs, it really has to do with creating an economy that is not just dependent on the federal government, because that's the first step. However this plebiscite vote turns out, the first step towards self-determination is economic self-determination. It's having an economy that stands on its own 2 feet. And so that's really what we're saying. And you know, whatever the decision is, I would fully support, and I would fully support as delegate. But before that, I think we need to think about what steps you can take to economically sustain ourselves and to ensure that we have the means to provide for our own community.
What do you have in mind to accomplish your first 2 years should you prevail in this upcoming election?
My goal would be to clear federal regulations so that it's easier for businesses to flourish here, to provide more jobs for people, better jobs for people. But I think that the China visa waiver program is an example of a program that can be accomplished in the short term. The things that are preventing us from obtaining this parole authority are things that can be addressed. And I think that one of the issues with our current delegation is kind of a haphazard approach. So that would be my priority, and that would be my focus in my first 2 years.
And likewise, you're talking about economic self-sufficiency in this whole situation. You're looking basically and working towards lifting federal regulations that stifle us from economic self-sufficiency.
Yes, exactly.
Now let me ask you. I was reading. You asked the delegate, the incumbent delegate, Madeline Burdell. You asked her to challenge you in a debate. I think it's 3 or 4 debates. I think it is.
Yes, 4 debates.
When are those debates scheduled? I mean, have you got word back? I mean, have you guys solidified a debate dates?
No, not yet. We have sent a letter to the Congresswoman's office. Her press secretary responded that we should forward it to her campaign manager. Her campaign manager has not gotten back to us. You know, I think this is an opportunity to explain to the people of Guam by ourselves with no help from staffers or prepared speeches.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and you know, I think this is exactly what the people are looking for. You know, anyone can write a speech and rehearse it and deliver it in 10 minutes, but the way people will perceive how you would do in the job is seeing how you think on your feet, how you speak on your feet, and that's precisely what we want to accomplish in these debates. I think that it's an opportunity to discuss the issues that are relevant to us in an honest way, and that's and we'll keep pushing for these debates to happen. And I think it's fundamentally important before people make their decisions.
Do you think war reparations can really happen?
I do. And I think it's just a matter of how we put that argument through. And it's a matter of making the point that we have veterans here, and we have members of our community who deserve to be compensated for the travails that they've faced in that period. And year after year, we have our members of our community who are suffering and who deserve to be compensated for these acts. And so I think this is something that it is of utmost importance, and I am fully dissatisfied and think that it's a concern that once again we failed to get.
Let me ask you this: we had an opportunity about a year back. We got to go here real quick, but an opportunity. I think it was a year back, where they offered. They made an offer They made an offer. The folks that were stifling it in Congress, in the Senate, made an offer to say, hey, look, we're just going to give it to the people that are currently living.
Right.
Do you think she should have taken it and maybe worked for the other part of the loaf later on, or all or nothing?
That's precisely it. You know, we've been waiting for this for 65 years, and we were in line to get $85 million. And she turned her back on it because of pressures within her staff, pressures within her advisors. And I think that was a wrong decision. And I hope that you know, we can take a step forward and decide that it's time to move on.
And I always said, look, they offered us a half a loaf. Let's get the half a loaf. Let's work on that other half. Let's spend another couple years to try to do that. But let's get some money right now, because that's set precedence already in them.
And we came so close. We came so close to accomplishing that.
Yeah. Anyway, hey Karlo, we got to go. Thank you very much. I appreciate
so
it.
much.
And thank you very much. And good luck. The best of luck to you. And please let us know the debate times.
Yeah.
And
we might have it here if that's possible.
Hey. On one condition, no staffers. Okay?
I fully agree with that. Yeah.
Hey, that's going to do it. Hey, listen to us tomorrow morning in the bus. This is 63 at your Tomorrow radio station. We'll talk more about Karlo. What are your thoughts on Karlo? We'll open up the phone lines for your calls and views. Tomorrow morning is 63. It's good night right now.